Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, welcome to this second segment.
Absolutely.
And what are we talking about this segment?
Well, you know that in the journey of marriage, just like life, full of ups and downs,
Yeah.
heights of joy, and then depths of, let me not call it sorrow, but sometimes despair, and all of that. So, within these 2 years, we've also had moments that would have
Broken us.
shattered us. Now, not shattering us, but dissolving the union,
No, not
but
that.
breaking us emotionally, psychologically, mentally. Of course, you know that your mind is your seat of power. And if anything happens to your mind, it inadvertently would affect even your spirits, your job, your finances, and all of that. So, what moments that affected our minds? Yes, we had that moment. I think we can recall just one. It was so significant. I think I'd leave that for you to speak to, and I'll of course add my bit since you were at the front, at the front burner.
Oh God.
Okay. I really believe that they'll get to learn one or two
Right.
things. Especially when we talk about how we navigated and course corrected, those situations. Over to you, Nicole.
Okay. First off, I mean, there's no marriage that is without ups and downs, like we've said, we've established earlier before we started. So we've also had our own share of down days, of sad moments and all. But I think the important thing is how you process through that season. So amidst others, there's just one that really stood out, and that was that is the early postpartum period. Let me just say, well, that period was a very trying period for us.
It was.
Particularly because we had limited help. We just had ourselves, and the fact that we're first-time parents in a strange land, no family, no friends, no friends, there was just no other person, no siblings, no family around. So it was quite challenging because we didn't have so much help, and the process of the birth of our child also made it a bit Herculean to navigate. It was an operative delivery because she was breech. Of course, it had to be a cesarean section. Going through that, coming out and not having the help I needed as a woman to recover fully, it was the most traumatic experience of my life. I never knew that could break me. Anytime I talk about that experience, I become emotional. But I thanks to my family, because even though they're not around, I mean far abroad, but they were still always calling, checking on me. But there's just that thing about physical presence. Someone that can bath the baby.
Even
someone
help
that can
you move around.
Even help me move around because I was still healing. And sometimes when I try to do some things, the wound starts bleeding again.
Oh. I had to advocate bed rest for you,
for me.
and I had to take over a lot of things completely.
Exactly.
We had minimal help for just a short period.
Yeah. Somebody eventually came. Couldn't stay for long. Stay for just a month.
Was it 2 months? 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Yes, it was actually 3 weeks. Stayed for just 3 weeks and left.
Also had health.
In fact, she also had health challenges that
she
had to cater for herself, and we understood because we even felt for her. When she left, I had to come back to doing all of those things myself again. And sometimes my husband will leave for work and it's just me and the baby, and I'll just be fighting sleep, fighting pain, fighting everything. I was frustrated. I was really frustrated. That was it. It was really a challenging moment for us. Some days were down. I'll just sit down and be crying. What that would be doing?
I was a motivational speaker.
He became my mindset.
I almost wrote a book. Navigating tough seasons.
Yeah. That just takes us into sharing how we navigated that period.
Yes. But I just wanted to add, I think you may have missed out one or two bits. It was also a part of delayed, healing because of all this having to do so much. After in the early postpartum period, a woman's meant to rest, feed adequately, have her medication, and heal properly. Within 2 weeks, you should be home and dry. But we still had some of the discharge, bloody discharge, close to 2. It lingered for close to a month. There was a time it stopped, and then after a while it came back again. And that was when you almost gave up. It was a lot to take in. Then the pain, the wound sites, and all of that, it was increasing by the day despite medication. At some point we wanted to go back to the hospital, but we just kept monitoring. At some point the wound was almost breaking down. All of that coupled with no help.
But the fact that I wasn't even lactating well.
Exactly, I was getting there. The breast milk, parts was also a different story. The lactation was slow and suboptimal. So that now led us to having to pump her with she pumped under duress, the anxiety and all of that. Of course, the hormonal interplay. When you're anxious, all those dopamine and all that, they suppress the hormones that help for milk production. So that whole situation was actually such a quagmire, and it was tough. So we had to now switch to dietary supplementation to help boost milk production. And guess what? Where it landed us? weight gain.
Weight gain.
Like weight gain.
I was
I think you moved from size
overeating.
8 to 16.
Yes. No. Size 8 to size 14.
14, sorry, yeah, 14. It was a lot to take in.
I started having belly because I was eating too much. Sometimes I had to wake up at night
Like
to
2
eat.
a.m. into kitchen.
Ah,
Bread.
I was eating
Oh
just
my
so that
God.
I could lactate. You know,
Wow.
and even at that, it's not like it was even. So imagine I wasn't even eating like that.
Problem.
My child would not have breast milk, and
You
I
have to
really
try a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Breast milk, supplement. Because we wanted to actually do exclusive.
Yeah, I wanted to do
Because we know the benefits of
exclusive, at
exclusive
least for 6
breastfeeding.
months.
Right.
And I mean, thank God helped us, and
Thank
we
God
did that.
navigated all
But
the way
man,
down to
it
6
wasn't
months.
easy.
It was taxing. She took it upon herself as a duty to ensure that there was always milk available, breast milk available for the baby, you know, at all costs.
That weight gain just it aggravated, made everything worse for me. I started feeling bad. Look at me, a sweet 16. Hello.
The worst part was the fact that you knew that you were going to be stuck with this baby for a long time, so your life would be on a pause. Your own personal
Yeah, I think that was the most devastating part.
business brand. Even though my wife, you know, she is always on the streets.
I'm the kind of person-
She's always on the
Yeah,
run,
there's
getting
always
things
on the run.
done.
I like
with
to
her
be
hands,
up and moving and going
business,
about,
looking for the next
business,
opportunity,
purpose,
places
ministry,
and all
everything.
purpose. Yeah, of course. So figuring all this out in that setting, weight gain, hormone production, delayed wound healing, you know, taking a pause on your own life, on her life. It was
Just
a lot
stay indoors.
to take in. My wife was
Lord.
almost depressed, but the Lord helped us. How did you navigate that season?
What better way to navigate it like without you?
The Lord.
First of all, I'll say God. God really helped
Actually,
us
it's God.
because, yeah, God. So like sometimes I'll just wake up and cry and pray and just God help me. This is overwhelming for me. You know, my mom. I was going to say my mom couldn't come not because she didn't want to come, but she was also battling her own health issues.
Yeah,
His
giving
mom
service,
was
so
actively
she
working,
couldn't
so
travel down.
She couldn't
stayed
travel
with us.
down. My sister-in-law, my sweet sister-in-law that would have been with me. She
Actively
has two
service,
nations.
two nations.
Two boys that
Yeah.
are, you know, she's also catering for. So there was, my siblings are not
In the
they're
country.
not in the country. So it was just really,
I'm alone.
I just like home alone. So that's it. So let's go on to how we're able to navigate that. First,
Yeah.
we give all the glory to God. God really helped us navigate that season. Prayers, we kept
Prayers.
praying.
We prayed.
Yeah. And of course, after God, who else? This man right here. This man was the backbone.
Kings. You hearing that?
He took bullets. He took yellings. He took mood swings.
Yeah.
He took what else? Tears.
cries. Oh,
He
no.
took all those things. He never yelled back. He never gave me any negative response to most of the things, the way I was behaving. Right? He was kind, he was considerate, he was helpful. My husband, with all his doctorate apparel, his doctorate, his honorary doctor profession,
My 7 years in medical
You
school,
don't say
plus housemanship, plus NYS.
and all those things. He left all his everything he is. Started going to the market. I'm going to the market. Oh. You helped me prepare the things. So most I just left for me to come and mix them, and then that was how we're surviving. Because who else cooked for me, you know? And what else? Of course, I mean, he wasn't in plenty ways.
Everything.
Think of anything. He will bath me. There were times he would bath me. He will clean me up. He will do what did he know when the wound got infected? Of course, he's a doctor. But apart from that, he was just being a present husband, looking out for his wife to make sure that she's okay. You know, he was, and the baby as well. You know, some nights he will stay up. Imagine going to work. Sometimes from work you pass through the markets, come back, prepare the things I'll cook. You still stay up with the baby at night. You know, then he'll tell me how he'll be sleeping. He'll be struggling with sleep
Sleep at the office.
At the office.
Oh goodness, those days.
I used to
go back
pity him.
there.
Sometimes when you see him sleeping, I'll just take the baby from him. Let him just sleep at least at night. Even though me, I needed my own sleep showers, but I'll just allow it because he looked like a limp, you know. So it was just his support that really, I think, after God, he was the cornerstone of that season of our life.
Family was very supportive. They called almost
the ones that were
every
not around, they called. My
Yeah.
sister even had to help book a caterer, thanks to her.
day. Yeah.
To cook for me for 1 month.
Take a month, yeah, week in, week out.
My sisters
You know,
did the
God
best
bless
for
them
me.
and all of that.
God bless them.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law was always calling her. She could call me 5 times a day.
If you can relate with some of the experiences, you can also share yours, you know,
Yes.
on the comment section.
If you're an OG, just please. If you're an ancestor,
Please just download your own
Download your own
story.
story.
You know,
We'll
we
love
could
to
all
hear
learn
them.
from each other. So,
So yeah.
Peace out.
Thank you for staying with us.
We love
We
you.
love you. We celebrate you.
And I celebrate you.
Bye.
Bye.